Well, as well as knowing several members of the Icelandic national team, Björn Berg Gunnarsson also works for Íslandsbanki, where he analyses the finances of international football tournaments. I feel like I should be saying congratulations to you today, even though you lost 5-2. Is that how it feels?
It is exactly how it feels, yes. It may not have been the fairy tale ending we would have hoped for, but the overwhelming feeling in Iceland is exactly what you heard before. It's one of pride and also of thanks to all the people around the world that have been supporting the Icelandic team. That is something we have most certainly felt all the way up here to the Arctic Circle, as you said.
That is brilliant, because I have to say, unless you're French, when those 2 goals went in last night, the rest of the world did erupt. We were all rooting for you. What does it mean, do you think, for the game in general in Iceland? What kind of boost is this?
Well, it's already having a considerable impact. First of all, for the players themselves who are participating, they might not be, or before the tournament, they weren't household names in the largest leagues or the largest clubs, but most certainly they are on the map now. So if we look at the opportunities of the players themselves, they have increased considerably. But if we look at the Icelandic leagues and the Football Association, this has brought in about £10 million in prize money, about double the annual budget of the Football Association. And for the clubs themselves that depend heavily upon selling players, this is going to increase the feeling that here in Iceland, very good professional players are being brought up and trained. So it might bring the larger leagues and larger clubs with more money directly into Iceland to pick up players from here. The players that until now have had to look at Scandinavia, Belgium and Holland as a stepping stone towards larger clubs.
How good is your youth scheme and working with young people in football in Iceland?
Well, I think it shows in the tournament. On paper, Iceland is never going to be anything in sports. We have to do something else. We have to be very industrious and we have to train our kids very well. This winter, we didn't only participate in the Euros in football, we also participated in the Euros in basketball and handball. The training has been very good for a very long time. We emphasize the training of the coaches themselves and the managers. And I think that has shown that we now have a large group of players, over 100 professional football players abroad, and a group of 23 guys in France who have made us so very proud.
Björn, we've enjoyed being on this journey with you. Thanks so much for joining us. Lots of people now perhaps giving their loyalty to Wales for the rest of